Hello. So, update on my HUD. We've got the variables for health and mana in the player. That's all sorted, and I've got test keys to make sure that they work. I'll show you those when we boot into the screen as well. We've got a animation for the HUD booting in, so it like actually animates, like, flashes into the screen. I fixed the mana background, so if we go to the right intro here, so the HUD background now, if we go to the mana meter and we drop it down, previously it wasn't showing the full size of it. All I need to change was the scale settings, um, and it worked. Where's the percent? There it is. So if we change this down, it's now actually like in the border instead of being behind it. And so we've got all, so we've got the intro for the left side of the HUD, so the health bar, the portrait, and the health number, as well as the portrait background, as well as the right intro for all of the magic borders and meters. And it was all a mishmash of just combining numbers to make sure that it all works. You can see here it drops down, flashes on screen, like so. When some of them fade in, we go to the left, it does the same thing, like so. They also have a sound effect attached to them. If we go over to the graph, this is what we've got. So we've got an event construct, a do once. This do once is future proofing because there's going to be a screen so you can select which magics you're going to be using. And if we didn't have this do once right here, you'd have the HUD intro animations playing whenever you come out of that. So every time you go and pick a spell and come back out of it, it's going to play the HUD intro again. If you have this do once, it doesn't do that. It only does it once, so they stay. So after that, we've got a sequence. One sequence is to reference the player, so we can bind the health back, the health bar, and the health current. So the health bar is tied to a variable called health percentage, and the health current is tied to the health current. I'll show you those in a second, and it's the same with the mana. So the mana meter is tied to mana percentage, and the mana current is tied to mana current. So that's that. We've also got a sound associated with it, which we had to go into view options and show engine content. That allowed me to get the VR ungrab queue, because I just thought that was a really nice sound for HUD to come whooshing in. So into the player, we created a test script here. So when I press H, it'll do the update health function. When I press M, it does the update mana. H for health, M for mana. This is just a test script. These won't be in the final product. So if we go into the update health function, we've got a input for incoming damage. So that'll be the health current will be subtracted from the incoming damage. That'll be clamped from a minimum of 0 because that's how low our health can go, and a maximum of 100 because that's our maximum health. And then you set that as the current health, divide it by the health maximum, and that'll be your health percentage. So if we go into player attributes, which I put all of these into by going under category and just typing a new one. So you've got health max, health current, health percentage, mana max, mana current, mana percentage. So our health max is 100, health current, you want to start with 100, and your health percentage is at 1. So because this is clamped at a solid like number, it won't ever be a decimal point. It will always give you a actual percentage. The mana update is pretty much exactly the same. This is currently temporary, because we haven't got any spells implemented. There was no real way to drain our mana, so we just put this in for now. So we mana current, subtract it by -10, or when the spells come into play, the amount that the spell costs. Clamp it again to a maximum of 50 because our max mana is 50, current 50, mana percentage again 1. And set that as the mana current, divide it by mana max, set it as the percentage. So when we put all of that together, you get this. A nice little animation for the HUD. And if I press H, it takes down our health, and it updates both the number and the health bar, and I can't go any lower than 0. And the same with the mana. So if you look at the orb in the top right, if I press M, it goes down by 10 each time, and I can't go below. So that's what I've done so far. The HUD will be getting updates when I add the spells, because I will need to input the starburst. Whenever you select a spell, there is a little thing right here, which if I bring it out, actually, starburst, if I just bring this out, it's this right here. This will rotate and expand when you select a spell, and then go back to its original position. It's hidden behind, there's one behind here, and there's one behind the white magic. So whenever you select each of those spells, it will spin, expand, as like a nice little effect. There is a little bug right here, where for some reason, when I'm on 1.5 seconds, the orbs disappear. But that doesn't happen in game from what I could see. But that's all I've got for now. And what's next is functionality for the players' spells, adding in stuff like that. But yeah, it's a nice little start. The main HUD is now completed, and I will see you in the next one.